That's why I got the tablet. That's why I got the tablet.
I'd like to call a regular session of the Isabella County Board of Commissioners to order. Stand for the pledge, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Here.
Commissioner Embry,
Here.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Here.
Engler,
Here.
Commissioner Marino,
Here.
Swaney,
Here.
Here.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Up next would be approval of the agenda. We'll start out with general public comments. We have no presentations or special reports. We have one appointment to make to the jury board, and then the consent agenda, and then committee reports, Finance Administration Committee.
Finance Administration Committee is all set, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. And Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee.
The Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee is all set, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. And Human Resources and Public Works Committee.
Human Resources and Public Works Committee is all set, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. We have no intergovernmental affairs, no administrator controller issues, no unfinished business. Under new business, we have a resolution for the 125th anniversary of the Michigan Association of Counties. And then a motion for a Board of Commissioners goal setting session. And then we'll have another opportunity for general public comment, announcements, and then adjournment. So with that, is there any changes anyone would like to make to the agenda? Yes, Commissioner Embry.
Mr. Chairman, under the consent agenda, the motion reads to move and approve and place on file the February 7th, 2022 regular meeting minutes. I believe that should be 2023.
Good catch. This new guy's good. So with that correction, with that correction, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So move.
Support.
Supported. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Have an agenda. And that would bring us to general public comments. Is there anyone for general public comment? We have no one online. Okay, we'll keep moving. We have no presentations and special reports. Under appointments to boards and commissions, item A, jury board, chairman's request for nominations for one opening on the Isabella County Jury Board for a 6-year term ending April 30th, 2029, or until a successor is appointed. Are there any nominations?
I'd like to nominate Glenda Ellis, Mr. Chair.
Been moved and supported to nominate Linda Ellis. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Linda Ellis for jury board.
Support.
Been moved and supported to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Linda Ellis for jury board. And we don't need a roll call on that, right? So all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Very good. Next up is consent agenda. Commissioner Embry, would you read the consent agenda for us, please?
Certainly. Motion reads, move to approve and place on file the February 7th, 2023 regular meeting minutes, the February 14th, 2023 Finance and Administration Committee meeting minutes, the February 14th, 2023 Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee meeting minutes, and the February 14th, 2023 Human Resources and Public Works Committee meeting minutes.
Support.
Been moved and supported to approve and place on file the consent agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Brings us down to committee reports. Finance and Administration Committee.
First item of business tonight, is February 3rd, 2023 invoice list, the February 10th, 2023 invoice list, and the February 16th, 2023 adjustment list. Motion reads, move to ratify and place on file the February 3rd, 2023 invoice list in the amount of $1,772,647.27. The February 10th, 2023 invoice list in the amount of $271,651.65, and the adjustment list dated February 16th, 2023.
Support.
Been moved and supported to ratify and place on file the February 3rd, 2023 invoice list, the February 10th, 2023 invoice list, and the February 16th, 2023 adjustment list. Discussion.
We get to have many eyes on the requested disbursements from the county. We each get the invoice list at home in our emails and have the opportunity to pose questions to administration. Then this moves to committee, and the committee reviews the invoice list and the adjustment list. And finally, it comes to our work session, and then it comes to us for the final approval and for the payment of those bills. As you look at the two lists of bills that are recommended for payment, they're very well known to us. They're very customary. They're contractual obligations we have, or bills that we pay on a routine basis. I don't know if there's any questions on either one of the invoice lists.
Questions?
Once the invoice lists are published and sent to us, we usually get an adjustment list that would be a modification to some of the bills that appear on those lists. And they appear because there's a early payment. We can get a discount. They didn't appear on the list, but they're being paid because we can get an early payment discount, or there's some adjustment either because sales tax was added or there was a bad input on the when the bills are put in. Any questions on the adjustment list dated for February 16th?
Very good. Seeing no questions, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski.
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes.
0 nays. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
The second item for Finance and Administration Committee has to do with a travel policy revision. Motion reads to move and adopt the revisions to the Isabella County General Administrative Management and Operations Policy number 250, travel policy, and take effect immediately upon adoption. This motion will streamline our ability to
I'll
authorize.
support.
It's been moved and supported to adopt the revisions to the travel policy revisions discussion.
Oh, again, my apologies.
No problem.
This motion allows us to streamline our ability to allow our staff to travel outside of Michigan for business purposes. And I think it allows the administrator to do her job more efficiently and allows our staff and team to do their job much better. So I think, does anybody have any questions or anything else to add to this?
Just a comment, but I think it was a little cumbersome because of the timing sometimes to have to come to the board to approve out-of-state travel. And certainly I trust the department heads and administration to make prudent choices and travel.
True.
Further discussion. Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Marino?
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney?
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson?
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski?
Yes.
Commissioner Engler?
Yes.
Commissioner Hope?
Yes.
0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Next item of business is a fiscal 2024 budget calendar. Motion reads, move to adopt Isabella County fiscal year 2024 budget calendar as presented.
Support.
Been moved and supported to adopt the fiscal year 2024 budget calendar. Discussion.
From the adoption of the calendar to the adoption of the final budget, we have about a 7-month process of input and review. And it's the second year that we've had an expanded calendar, which provides additional opportunity to present it to the public and have public input back to the board for possible modification of what's proposed, and also gives the board members a little bit more time to consider what's proposed.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Swaney?
Yes.
Jazinski?
Yes.
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 Engler?
Yes.
Commissioner Marino?
Yes.
Commissioner Hope?
Yes.
0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
And the fourth item is our fiscal year 2023 first quarter financial report. Motion reads, move to accept and place on file the fiscal year 2023 first quarter financial report as presented.
Support.
Been moved and supported to accept and place on file the fiscal year 2023 first quarter financial report. Discussion.
Well, my first glance at the first quarter financial report was one that was very eye-opening. It was thoroughly explained to me how our revenues and our expenditures do diverge during this first quarter and recoup once tax revenue starts coming in. So again, appreciate the county administrator explaining that to me. I didn't see any real issues with that first quarter financial report, normal course of business. Several of, or almost all of the percentages of expenditures fell under that 25% level, which you would want to maintain for the first quarter. So do you have any questions?
Commissioner
Just
Swaney.
make one comment that I really appreciate Administrator Controller Frost going through each department and telling us why they may be over or under first quarter revenue or expenditures. It's quite helpful in the work session.
Appreciate the transparency.
Yeah.
Great.
Any further discussion? And seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Embry?
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski?
Yes.
Commissioner Engler?
Yes.
Commissioner Marino? Commissioner Swaney? Commissioner Hutchinson?
Yes.
Yes.
0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Next item is the fiscal year 2022 preliminary fourth quarter report. Motion reads, Move to accept and place on file the fiscal year 2022 preliminary fourth quarter report as presented.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to accept and place on file the fiscal year 2022 preliminary fourth quarter report. Discussion.
These figures are preliminary to adoption of the general, what do you call it? The audit document. So bottom line is, the county elected officials and the appointed officials did a really good job in managing their budgets, and all of them came in under budget. And while we didn't get all the revenues that we were hoping to get in terms of taxes, we have some very bright sides on that, and that we didn't have to draw down the delinquent tax revolving fund. And I think we had additional revenues, and was it state revenues? You wanted my,
Yes, I think the not using federal revenues was probably the bigger swing, and not expending just over $2 million of expenses.
so we didn't have to, again, bring in the tax revolving fund, and we still ended up with addition to our fund balance of over $700,000. So it was a very positive message in this report.
Got any questions or comments? Commissioner Sweeney?
I'd say a real bright note is that the MRF was what, 200 and some thousand over in revenues over expenditures. So not a common year for them. So
Good result.
that's good.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Joe,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
no nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Chairman, that completes the work of the Finance Administration Committee.
Thank you, Commissioners. Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee.
Okay, first item up is Mid-Michigan College Agreement for Law Enforcement Service Amendment. The motion reads, move to approve the amendment between the Isabella County Sheriff's Office and Mid-Michigan College to amend the agreement for law enforcement services entered into between both parties on December 4th, 2018, and shall be replaced the amended dated March 4th, 2021, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the Mid-Michigan College Agreement for Law Enforcement Services Amendment. Discussion.
Yeah, this is agreement, like it says in the amendment, would start in 2/18. The only real major changes would be it goes from a 40 hours to doing an extra 10 to 50 hours a week,
49.
49.
or 49, yes. Yep. Excuse me, I actually made that comment and I'm the one that didn't ask it. So anyways, it's just been that kind of a night tonight. So yeah, so it's not gonna add any, it's all paid for through Mid-Michigan or through the college, so there's no adjustment to the budget. And that's it. That's all I changed. There's a wage adjustment for the increases in for the year end, so.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney.
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Embry,
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski.
Yes.
Yes,
0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
Okay, next up is the public defenders and chief assistant public defenders position pay rate. The motion reads, move to approve the salary of the Isabel County Public Defender position as a non-union employee, wage scale pay grade 19.5, and the salary of the Isabella County Chief Assistant Public Defender position as a non-union employee, wage scale pay grade 17.5, effective in the current pay period. in regard to the implementation of the Michigan Indigent Defense Commission, the MIDC Standard 8.
Support.
And moved and supported to approve the public defender and chief assistant public defender positions pay rate. Discussion.
Yeah, when we set up the public defender's office, there's 8 grades that we needed to, was eventually going to be met. We had to meet the first 1 through 4. We set up the commission to address all 8 eventually. I think last year we had to do standard number 5. They skipped 6 and 7 and went to 8. So that's the reason why we're going to adjust the pay adjustments as presented.
Very good. Any questions, comments, any further discussion? And seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner
Yes.
Commissioner Embry,
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Hall.
Yes,
7 ayes, 0 nays, motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
All right, item number 3, addendum to the agreement for attorney services, juvenile cases, fee structure. Motion reads, move to enter into addendum to the agreement for attorney services for indigent individuals October 1st, 2022 to September 30th, 2023 to incorporate the fee structure for assigned counsel assigned to certain juvenile cases effective February 15th, 2023, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support.
Been moved and supported to enter into the addendum to the agreement for attorney services, juvenile cases, fee structure. Discussion.
All right, so the fees are going to be increased that attorneys can charge or be paid when they attend a meeting with juvenile or attend court. These fees have been the same since 2016, and they're actually 1 short currently on staff, and the trial court believed increasing the fees would help increase the potential for attorneys that might be interested in taking on these cases.
Very good. Any further discussion? I'll just add that Court Administrator Curtis feels and the judges feel that they can still stay within that line item for that. So important to mention there. I guess.
Very good point, that they felt that they would be able to stay within budget.
Yep.
So
Any further discussion? Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner, excuse me, Commissioner Swaney,
yes.
Hutchinson,
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope.
Yes.
7 ayes, motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
All right, item number 4, addendum to the agreement for attorney services, additional assigned counsel. Motion reads, move to enter into the addendum to the agreement for attorney services for indigent individuals October 1st, 2022 to September 30th, 2023 to add assigned counsel as an additional party to the agreement effective February 15th, 2023, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support.
Been moved and supported to enter into the addendum to the agreement for attorney services, additional assigned counsel. Discussion.
I'm sure that Administrator Controller Frost could explain this better, but I'll do my best. The additional attorneys that might want to be added to the agreement to provide these services will now be included in the fee structure that we've set by trial court.
Very good. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Embry,
Yes.
Commissioner Jazinski,
Yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
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 0 nays, motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
All right, Chairman Hope, that is all for the business of the Criminal Justice and County Affairs Committee tonight.
Thank you, Commissioners. That brings us down to Human Resources and Public Works Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Our first item and only item is independent contractor agreements, inspector and plan reviewer. The motion reads, move to approve the independent contractor agreements between Isabella County and Bob Tillman as building inspector and plan reviewer, Doug Elias as plumbing inspector and plan reviewer, and Tim Wardwell as electrical inspector and plan reviewer, and authorize the board chair to sign the same. Support.
Been supported to approve the independent contractor agreements, inspector and plan reviewer. Discussion.
Okay, Tim Neoport, the Community Development Director, brought this to our committee meeting. And within the inspection division of the Community Development Department, from time to time, there needs to be fill-ins for people that are on vacation and training, or when workloads are high. And that's what these individuals would be doing. They are previous employees, and they're also licensed, which is a requirement. And they're used as needed basis and budgeted for on an annual basis. So we're trying to ensure the continuity of services. Any questions or comments?
These are all three guys that have been with us and going well. Adds to the flow and that
Certainly helps to keep that knowledge and expertise. Any further discussion? And seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Jazinski,
yes.
Commissioner Engler,
Yes.
Commissioner Marino,
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney,
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Evers,
Yes.
Commissioner Hope,
Yes,
7 ayes, 0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
thank you, Madam Clerk.
The work of the Human Resources and Public Works Committee, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, commissioners. We have no intergovernmental affairs, no administrator controller issues, no unfinished business under new business. Item A, Vice Chairman Jelazinski, would you present that motion for us,
Certainly.
please?
Resolution number 2023-2, Max 125th anniversary. Motion reads, move to adopt Isabella County Board of Commissioners Resolution number 2023-2, honoring Michigan Association of Counties on its 125th anniversary, and authorize the board chair to sign the same.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to adopt resolution number 2023-02, MAC 125th anniversary. Discussion.
I will take the time to read the resolution. And the motion didn't say this, but this will be forwarded to the MAC. Okay. The resolution is to honor the Michigan Association of Counties on its 125th anniversary. Whereas Michigan's 83 county governments play a central role in the proper delivery of and oversight for critical public services for the state's approximately 10 million residents. And whereas Michigan county governments are led by boards of commissions who are elected from their communities, and whereas the State Association of Supervisors of Michigan was formed by representatives of 16 counties on February 1, 1898 in the Senate chamber of the Michigan State Capitol in Lansing, and whereas the association's name was changed to the Michigan Association for Counties on July 17th, 1969. And whereas the Michigan Association of Counties is the oldest association representing local governments in Michigan. And whereas 48 of Michigan's 83 counties have had at least one of their commissioners or supervisors prior to 1968 serve as president of the association's board of directors. And whereas the association created the Michigan Counties Workers' Compensation Fund in 1979 to help county members provide workplace safety and injury insurance services to its employees. And whereas the association created the Michigan Association of Counties Service Corporation in 1986 to partner with service providers to help counties save money on everything from health insurance to telecommunications services. And whereas the association hosts two major conferences every year to bring together county leaders for briefings on trending public policy issues and to hear from state newsmakers and others. And whereas the associate's advocacy work in Lansing and beyond has advanced the interests of county governments and the residents they serve. And whereas no fewer than 5 association presidents have served or are serving in the Michigan legislature in the 21st century, a testament to the culture of public service inculcated by the association. Therefore, be it resolved that the Isabella County wishes to commend and honor the Michigan Association of Counties on its 125th anniversary, adopted this 21st day of February 2023.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other discussion on that? Great organization, very, very helpful to us. Been to one of their state conventions and some of their smaller trainings and stuff that they do all over the state. So Commissioner Jelzensky.
And one of the more recent successes in getting the legislature to change the terms of office for county board commissioners. For so many years, we ran for 2 years, and so you get elected and you're almost ready to turn around and run for reelection. So in 2024 will be the first year that county board commissioners will be elected for 4-year terms, and that credit goes to Mac.
Have some.
Yeah, Commissioner Marino.
I also like to point out that there's 54 commissioners that are now serving in the Michigan legislature from the last election. And that really does help the understanding to the state legislature of the county's issues. And I think we'll have a really good and productive time working with our colleagues to get the laws we needed passed.
Yep, and I'll add as well that the MAC has been very helpful with the opiate settlement guidance, with the guidance on the MIDC standards, with all kinds of things that we get a lot of help and support from them. So very appreciative of that organization. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Commissioner Engler? Commissioner Marino?
Yes.
Commissioner Swaney?
Yes.
Then
Yes.
Commissioner Evans?
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Hope?
Yes.
0 nays. Motion passed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And item B, Commissioner Hutchinson, I apologize for springing this on you, but would you present that for us, please?
Board of Commissioners goal setting session. Motion reads, move to schedule an Isabel County Board of Commissioners special meeting for the purpose of goal setting on Thursday, March 23rd, 2023 at 4:00 p.m. in room 320 of the Isabel County building located at 200 North Main Street, Mount Pleasant, Michigan.
Support.
Been moved and supported to schedule an Isabella County Board of Commissioners special meeting for the purpose of goal setting. Discussion.
I think this just allows us to look forward. We've got some really good updates from the administration of what's going on for the next 10 years and allows us to see how the flow of money is coming in and what we can do to improve that, and also set goals of trying to improve that.
Mr. Jelzensky.
I think we're all kind of appreciative of the chance that we can sit down and have some meaningful time to talk about the challenges and opportunities that we have before us. There certainly are a lot of challenges coming up in the next few years, and this is something that's just not going to happen. We don't have the time at our meetings or work sessions to do this. So at least this is one day a year that we can devote to some meaningful thought on how we're going to advance county government and serve our residents in the future.
Very good. Commissioner Embry.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to commend our county administrator for putting together such a thorough forecast, which will allow us to work through our issues moving forward and give us the time we need to come to some fruitful discussions and some fruitful decisions moving forward. So thank you, County Administrator.
Any other Commissioner Swing?
I wonder if Michelle might be available to also be in a discussion and goal setting when we start talking about budget and breaking down some of these numbers as well.
So you plan to attend the goal setting session? That would be awesome. I don't know how deep in the weeds we'll get with
Yeah.
that, but you know, at that, but definitely at budget time, we can get deep in the weeds then, but to your point, we threw a $50,000 a year figure at it. I don't even know if that's enough, right?
Right.
That's gonna be a good one.
Very good. Any further discussion? I will say, just to echo what's already been said, I guess. But it is a great opportunity for us to set aside some time to get down in the weeds on some of these issues. And I do appreciate administration putting together a very thorough 10-year forecast and it's a nice tool that we can work from. It's a forecast. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but it gives us a much better picture, a better idea. And I do need to mention that it will not be online. It'll be in room 320 at the county building. Any other discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Don't need one for that.
Don't need one for that. All right. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Very good. And that would bring us down to general public comments. Do we have any general public comment? No one online? Okay, very good. Announcements, commissioners, any announcements?
Yes, I would like to announce. I don't have the third person. We had 3 people retiring from the county with a lot of years and a lot of devotion to the county and to their job, and really helped us out. Sue Ann Koopmeyer out of Parks and Recreation. Got Paul Gross out of inspection office with over 31 years, and then Lisa Horningston, and she's got 31 years. So I want to thank them all, and we're lucky to have them, and thank their dedication.
Thank you for that. Any other announcements? Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Moved and supported. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
7:36.
Okay, who made that? Yellow, thank you.